£5 video game challenge is back, and we're back in Chesterfield CEX. I'm here just filming very quickly on the iPhone 11 Pro, and I will admit something, guys, this is a long video because I really struggled with this. I don't know if I did that well, to be honest. You guys will see the video games that I picked up towards the end, so stay tuned. We have a really good look around this. I think I spent a lot of quality time, and I'm just laughing here at my friend Dolores, who was pulling off some High School Musical on the Nintendo DS, and she's like, yeah, you got to get this. I'm like, I don't think so. So we're on it, here we go. So I look at Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PSP, PlayStation 2, and we do have a brief look at the Nintendo DS games. But I have a little question. This Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures, I didn't realise it was out for the Nintendo Switch, so I love doing these challenges because it brings these types of games to light. I think £40 was a bit steep. I can get it a lot cheaper, but I want to know, has anybody played it? Is it any good, or is it one of those games that now should just kind of be utilised on your iPad or on mobile, or just kind of just be left alone completely? So please let me know. Right, 360, I think we spend a lot of time in the Xbox 360 selection because, as you guys know, I have my Xbox One S hooked up to the stream setup, so now I'm kind of thinking we need to stream some more Xbox 360 games. Did pick up a couple of Xbox 360 games. Pick one up, you'll see a couple of things that I pick up, but it's not until the end that you will see, and you know, be able to tell me if you think I did okay. I'm not overly confident, but hey, we'll get there. This I already have, but I like to show you guys everything, and I really appreciate the comments from a lot of North American viewers, on Australian, because apparently you guys don't have shops as big as this. This is a high street store, very well known here in the United Kingdom and on the continent, actually. CEX, decent little place, but I do kind of like to go to kind of local retro game stores as well. So let me know if there's anything you've seen so far. We're gonna take a little break and then come back, and you can just yeah, stay tuned. So that Red Faction game that I picked up there had a holographic slipcase over it, which I've never seen on that game before. I've seen the game plenty of times, but I've never seen the slipcase. So again, love doing little things like that. And what's good about this is they don't charge you extra for the slipcase. Sometimes you'll see kind of variations in prices with different editions, slipcases, steelbooks, etc. But I think the good thing about this, you know, CEX is it's just kind of like one price, unless your CEX is very different. Let me know. Now, I was kind of looking through here. Dead Space 3, love Dead Space trilogy. The third is my favourite. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of passion for Dead Space, and the first Dead Space game is your particular bread and butter. Not mine. I love the third. Didn't really get on overly well with the second one. Now we swing over to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 games. I like to see if there's any bargains exclusive of this £5 game challenge. And I didn't actually pick up anything additional this time. Usually when I do the £5 game challenge, I walk out with a ton of stuff, as well as my £5 worth of games. I was actually going to do like a how many FIFA games can you buy for a £5, but that would have made for quite boring content, because you just go to the lowest FIFA game, which is 50p, and just pick them all up, like pick up 10 FIFAs. I already knew the answer before I went in. But sometimes they like sell them for 10p, so I thought maybe we could have some fun with it, but no, I changed my mind at the last minute. Now, in terms of the PlayStation portable games, barely anything. As you guys can see, it's mainly UMD movies, so didn't really get anything from there. And PlayStation 2 of late hasn't really been exciting me. A lot of the PlayStation 2 games that you see, generally I have... You'll see, you've actually seen it in the intro, there's this Silent Hill collection for 60 quid, which is actually £5 more than what I've seen it go for in other CEX stores. I'd never seen it until like a couple of months ago. I wouldn't pay £60 for it, despite Silent Hill being an amazing franchise. So PlayStation 3, very surprised this time going into Chesterfield, because they had a lot of PlayStation 3 titles. It was one of the first things I noticed when I'd come around this side, that they just seemed to be like in order for a change. And this clocked my eye. I've never played it, but I'm a Ridge Racer girl. I grew up on Ridge Racer Revolution, Rage Racer on the PlayStation 1, so I wanted to kind of just ask you guys again, is it any good? I think £3's not too bad to waste if the game is crap. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it up, but I'm pretty confident I can get it again if you guys say, no, my God, that is a really good deal. So we got plenty of Star Wars games, usual stuff with PS3 really. Again, nothing really jumped out. I was hell bent on picking up some really good Xbox 360 titles. Did I do it? Like I said, I'm so unsure. I kind of feel like you're gonna be disappointed, but then again, you might surprise me and say, actually, the games you picked up, Gemma, were really awesome. I picked up some 360 stuff. We got a PS3 game. You're gonna have to wait and see, because it'll come up in this video anyway. And that Silent Hill HD collection there, streaming that at the minute. Really enjoying Silent Hill 2. I'm hoping we can all dive into some Silent Hill 3 when Silent Hill 2 is complete. Okay, with the PlayStation 3 stuff, Saints Row kept jumping out at me, and somebody asked me on stream the other night, what about streaming some Saints Row games? Now, the very, very small amount of Saints Row games that I've played, I think it was Saints Row 2, I haven't really enjoyed. So I was just like immediately like, no, I don't want to play it. But then it kind of got me thinking, doing this challenge, you know, seeing the games pop up and realising that I actually don't own any of the Saints Row. I think I may actually, tell a lie, may have a digital copy of one of them. But it's just never kind of, I don't know, should I stream it? Should I get into it? Am I missing anything? You guys always help me out with plenty of tips, and Saints Row is definitely something I need some answers on. So on October 5th, guys, I've mentioned this in a couple of videos now, we have a retro game market, and it is in Nottingham, and I'm going to be going. So usually I'm kind of at the Doncaster gaming market, but there's one in Nottingham, and I'm super excited because a lot of the really cool vendors that I like Sega Mags are going. I think Console, I don't know if Console Yourself's not going, Console Passion I think are going, Con Your Consoles, like there's some really, really good vendors going. So stay tuned because there's going to be a rad, massive, mammoth, awesome retro game hunt coming up. And I'm super excited. And if you're going to that, as some of you are, let me know. It's only in Notts. If you're in the Midlands, it's not too far away. It's easy to access off the M1. I'm super duper stoked. Now, Brutal Legend. This made me laugh because I watched one of Jablinski Games' videos, the lovely Jack Black, of course, and he was like hammering some Brutal Legend in one of his episodes, like two and a half months ago, maybe. And it just made me laugh because I picked it up and I could just see the video. I could just see him playing it. He's like really getting into it. I thought that was super cool. I just love Jack Black. He's my kind of guy. So have you seen anything that you would have purchased yet? I'm always eager to read comments from people that don't live in the UK and aren't familiar with this amount of games for this cheaper price. And when I went to Germany it was about actually 5 weeks ago now for the Gamescom event, MNX, shout out to you if you're watching MNX, was asking me a lot of questions about CEX and is it really that cheap and can you really get that much stuff? And yeah, the proof are in these videos. There's tons, and it was just so sad to see how expensive these very same games were in Germany. Like, for example, I saw a couple of PS2 games for like €20 that I know go in CEX for no more than a couple of quid. So I really like to do these videos as well, not just for me, not just for UK fan base, but also for people that, maybe want to come to the UK and just kind of look at how easy it is to just build a collection. It's been super easy for me personally, and I started collecting when I rebuilt my collection. It was mainly PS2 stuff because there was an abundance of PS2 stuff in the charity shops. They were easily accessible from CEX, as you guys can see. And then the kind of flow just went from there really. So I'm just having another butcher's through before we go and take a look at some PS2 games. I'm like, come on, there's got to be this gem jumping out at me. But did I get it? You're going to find out. Now this for 60 smackers. 60 smackers, the Silent Hill collection for 60 quid. Definitely not part of the £5 video game challenge, but I aim to show you guys as much stuff as possible. Not just about me. And if I don't pick anything up off the shelf, that's because it's not worth it. Like, if you see me thinking, oh, you're not getting close-ups, it really isn't worth it. I'll take a look at the name and I'll think, this looks good, this isn't as familiar, but a lot of it I already have, and you may have as well. Now, I was having a chat with a chap in a store in Derby a couple of weeks ago again. He said they struggle to keep PS2 games in stock. I will link that retro game hunt in the cards for Mobile Game Exchange. Again, shout out to the staff there. You've got to pay that store a visit. And I also, here's a little secret, I was like, oh, FIFA, 50 pence, stay away. I was like, can I get a PS4 game for 50p that isn't FIFA? I challenge any of you to get a PS4 game for 50p that isn't FIFA. It's impossible, absolutely impossible. Now we have some jolly retro games here. We're going to take a look at more retro games in this particular store in this video, so don't go anywhere. Nothing again jumped out at me. I thought the prices were top ends. And I had a good chat with the chap behind the till as I was kind of cashing out, asking him what is the rarest retro game that you've ever seen in this store. And I think he said like it was a GameCube game for 150 quid. None of them could remember what it was, which was fine. Like, I'm not a massive GameCube collector, but then he said that there was this GameCube game on the CEX system that went for 1,000, and I was like, what game could that be? What video game can you think of that costs £1,000 on the Nintendo GameCube? Please let me know, because it's been really kind of plaguing me. I'm just like, £1,000? There's just no way. 1,000 quid, get out. So my last ditch efforts to find a game For I believe at this point I had a budget of 50 pence left. I had all my games in my hand, so I was clocking like 4.50, and I was struggling so bad. I'm like, I have this, or this doesn't fit, and then I was going to put some back, and it was just, but that's part of the challenge. I'm not going to kind of sit here and bluff you guys and just swan in and make a 10-minute and 1-second video to get extra ad revenue. All the footage you see here is 99% of everything I caught. Some of it was just duplicate footage that I deleted, and I was trying really hard. I'm like, okay, maybe PS3, maybe I can find it. Come on. No, we're not allowed football games, remember. They're out of the equation. So they're gone. Virtua Fighter, already clocked that. 150. Decent game, by the way. Virtua Fighter 5. Really enjoyed it. WWE. Watch Dogs at 250. Now, call me a little bit crazy. I think that's overpriced. I think Watch Dogs at £2.50 is overpriced. Top Spin 3. It's within the rules, even though it's a sport title, it's not a football title. The rules are no football. But I think I've already got it, so I kind of left it, and I'm like, right, come on. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this. We've got to get that extra 50 pence. Are we going to do it? Definitely not with the Mega Drive collection. Never seen this. Scream Rides. So I'm picking it out, knowing full well that I'm going to ask you people, is it any good? I wish we had another theme park game. I wish we had a beefy, meaty theme park game for console. We had Planet Coaster on PC, which was phenomenal, but unfortunately plans were quashed to bring it across to the PlayStation 4. Now we're going to finish it here. I'm going to let the music play out as I show you what I picked up for £5. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you on Wednesday for more gaming content.